Hello, both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Welcome, everybody, to Both Sides of the Conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Thursday, so you know what that means. We're going to have another Educational Thursday presentation where every Thursday at 6 p.m. we come here and we intentionally make sure that our community is educated with information, awareness. We bring some of the phenomenal guests of our community come in and just bring the sauce, bring the information to the community. Tonight, we got another educational presentation. We got our phenomenal brother that's been here before. He's always doing stuff to impact community, making sure that, one, we're getting the financial knowledge we have. We're getting them the connections that they need to have in the community. So tonight, we're excited to have our guest to come back, Sean Johnson. Going to be doing a phenomenal presentation. I think this is really important right now, given what's going on in the economy. He's going to be talking about income protection tonight, how you can protect your wealth. And I think we all need to learn that. You got a few things. You want to make sure you protect your wealth. So with that being said, we're going to have a great conversation tonight with him. And he's going to bless us with a lot of information. So just happy to have him back on tonight. Also, y'all see it's just me. My co-host is still out. Pretty Tony. Speedy recovery to you. And to the rest of my co-hosts out there, they just left me hanging tonight. I don't know. Nah, I love my team. Everybody's moving around. We're getting ready for our event. We got a number of events that we're going to be out in the community this weekend. We'll be at LL Hutch, 1050 McAllister Street tomorrow for our Halloween giveaway, as well as the African American Arts and Culture Complex, the Honey House. It's going to be a lot of things, a lot of kids out there. We're going to be out there with our 360 booth. A number of folks from our team will be out there tabling and enjoying the community. So if you want to reach out to us, you want to come out, I know a lot of y'all be like, John, I can never meet you. You want to meet me in person? I'll be out there tomorrow. And then this Saturday, we'll also be in Bayview. We'll be at the Martin Luther King Pool across the street from the Southeast Healthcare Center with Rafiki Coalition, a number of other community organizations, as we continue to tackle the health issues. This resource fair is going to be a lot of information, a lot of resources. If that's you and you're out there, you got nothing to do, come by Saturday from about 11 to 4. We'll be out there as well. You'll see a number of folks from our team. So if you want to meet people, I know a lot of y'all be like, we never get to meet the both sides of the conversation team. We'll be out in community. We always out in community. Just pull up on us. We'll be out there. And if you want to see me, I will be out there as well. So thank you all for that. I know there's been a number of continued issues that's impacting our community when we talk about gun violence. I know the previous day we talked about the school shooting that took place in St. Louis. There's been a number of Bay Area schools across the Bay Area who has been dealing with threats of gun violence. There's been a number of young folks who have been arrested. Law enforcement have found loaded firearms in our schools over the last couple of days in a number of different cities. Again, community, we got to do our part to make sure we are working with our young people, parents, grandparents, foster parents. Okay, we have to do our part. Let's check on these kids. Let's go through their room. Okay, I don't care about privacy and respect. Okay, there's a problem going on in our community. Young folks in our community are getting a hold of firearms, taking firearms to school, making threats, different things of that nature. We've had a number of school shootings. This stuff has to stop. We have to all do our part collectively to put an end to this gun violence and to some of this violence that's taking place in our schools. So again, I'm encouraging all of our families, all of our community folks, let's do our part. Let's check in on these young folks. And for y'all to have young teenage folks in your house, let's start checking. Make sure that they're not bringing loaded firearms in our house. Go through their stuff. We got to start doing that because it's getting out of control. So again, it's unfortunate, terrible news to continue to hear our schools becoming a threat. Our children should be able to go to school without the threat of violence, without the threat of anything outside of getting learning taking place while they're in their school day. So again, a lot of work from us in the community. We have to do our part. Let's show up and be responsible adults and make sure that we're engaged and making sure we prevent these things from happening in our community. With that being said, we are getting close. The political season is heating up. A lot of folks running for office. Voting day is coming up. We got some amazing folks that's going to be coming on, talking about a lot of the propositions, a lot of the bills that are taking place. So we'll be helping educate community and get that information out to community. So stay tuned because our educational Thursdays are going to start heating up as we get closer to the election day. It'll be a lot of updates where you could go vote, things of that nature. So stay tuned. We're going to continue to do our part here to intentionally make sure that you get the information. You just got to tune in and listen. That's all you got to do. Nothing else. Just tune in and listen. We'll provide the information that you need. So hang in there, and we'll be making sure that community is informed. With that being said, we're going to jump into a couple of the rural news, our events. Y'all know we got to do our events, and then we're going to bring up this phenomenal brother that continues to make a change in our community, financially impacting our community. So I'm excited about that. But in the news, okay, the courts are clearing ways for the IRS to give Trump tax returns to Congress. I'm sure this is not something that Donald Trump wants, but a federal appeals court declined Trump's request to hold and release all of his tax records and send it over to Congress. So this could get interesting. And again, it's just interesting to see that it's taking this long, but no one's above the law in this country. And it looks like the IRS is going to be doing their part to leverage the information that they need. So again, in the public, we'll be hearing all the truths, all the lies, and all the dirt when it comes to these tax forms and all of the tax information. So more to come. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. Also, Apple Music is reportedly removing Kanye West's Essentials playlist following the comments that he's made about Jewish community. Kanye's been taking a hit. Adidas has dropped his brand. A number of folks have leveraged him in different ways economically for the comments that is made. And all I'm going to say is this, because I don't like getting into debates about stuff. When things happen, folks come together and they ban people. All I'm saying is I want the same energy when folks are doing this to black folks. And black folks, when folks are doing stuff to us, why we can't stick together and ban these folks that do these things to us. And that's just all I really want to say. Too many times corporations, different folks have made racial comments in the black community, but we still walk around and support their brands. So let's keep the same energy that they have and banning and not spending our dollars with them. Let's do the same thing in our community when folks are coming to our community with racial comments, being discriminatory. Let's do our part as community and not support those businesses and those organizations as well. And I'm just saying that. I don't even want to get into all of the the ins and outs of this. All I want to say is black people in our community, pay attention. Okay, when people make a point, they step, they ban, they take their money away. We need to be doing the same thing when folks are doing the things that they do to our community and making the comments that they make about our community. So just wanted to put that out there and, just want to make sure that we are aware these things are happening. Okay, we got to stick and stand together. Let's do our part and make sure that these things do not continue to happen in our community. Also, the former Microsoft CEO and billionaire Steve Ballmer revealed that he will invest $400 million in private fund ventures to support Black entrepreneurs. Steve Ballmer is the billionaire owner of the LA Clippers. The NBA team, former CEO of Microsoft, will be investing his $400 million to support Black-owned businesses, along with his wife, with partnerships to provide private support and equity forms and investment banks. So again, more people are investing, righting their wrongs to our community. But again, it is nice to see more investments is coming into the Black community. Black folks should be excited across this country. There's a lot of philanthropists and folks who are putting money, investing in our community as we continue to highlight and amplify the disparities and the issues that are taking place in our community. And some folks are hearing, so don't think it's not happening. So just wanted to put that out there, news for community. Also, we're going to get into our events, and then we're going to get into tonight's segment. First up, we have our Wizardly Night Friday. That's where we're going to be at. It's going to be a haunted house. There's going to be candy. There's going to be a number of vendors out there popping up, giving out information, resources. It'll be happening tomorrow, October the 28th, 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. It'll be between 762 Fulton Street and 1050 McAllister. Will be between Ella Hill Hutch and the African American Arts and Culture Complex. If that is you and you have time and you want safe candy, you don't have to worry about fentanyl and things of that nature. All right, come in there to us, and we'll be out there giving away free, good candy that you don't have to worry about, and we'll make sure that the young folks get the things that they need. Also, there's a free movie night coming up. They're going to be having a Hocus Pocus Friday the 28th, 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. It'll be at 20 Norton Street in San Francisco, California. For more information, reach out to the number on the screen below, and we'll make sure that we get it out to the community. Again, it's always great to have these events up. Again, if you're single, your money's tight, these are all free events. Okay, take your date out to one of these events, check out what's going on in the community, and have a great time. Excuse me, everybody. Also, the one-day youth baseball camp is happening this Saturday, October 29th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Junior Purcell Playground at 300 Stonecrest Drive in San Francisco, South San Francisco. I'm sure that's what that's saying, Junior Purcell, but in between Daly City and San Francisco. For more information, reach out to the number below, and make sure you get your kids out there if you want them to be a part of that youth camp. Also, the Baby Hunters Point Jubilee and Resource Fair is happening Saturday, October 29th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Martin Luther King Park, across the street from the new Southeast Healthcare Center at 2401 Key Street. We'll be out there, as I said earlier. The contact information, if you want to have any activities or you want to be a part of this, go out there. I believe they're giving $100 to the first 300 people that show up. I think it's groceries. There's a number of things that they're going to be doing. So make sure you're there first. Get your free gift cards, get your free groceries, and it's going to be a lot of other resources at that event as well. Also, the Halloween Candy Explosion is happening Saturday, October 29th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Gilman Park, 903 Gilman Ave. Another opportunity for you to get out, get candy, bring the kids in the community together, as they're going to continue to do that all weekend as we lead up to the to Halloween Day. And again, community, be safe out there, okay? Folks are walking around with masks. Things are going to be happening, okay? I know it's a good time for the kids, but it's also a time for people who up to no good to be in our communities doing stuff. So be safe out there as time is starting to wind back down an hour and the nights are getting darker early. Just be careful and be safe out there. There are still people in our community that are up to no good. So make sure you protect yourself, watching people that's around you as people are walking around with masks and things of that nature. Also, the Parenting and Poverty Justice Rally is happening Saturday, October 29th, 2 p.m. California, at the state capitol, 1015 10th Street in Sacramento, California. Please get out there, have your voices heard. If you want to be a part of it, there's a lot of coalitions working together to make sure that we pass the bills that is needed. Okay, there's some disparity. There's some issues when we talk about family court and child support, and these are the folks that's going to be out there at our state capitol rallying for change. Okay, there's some change that's needed, and the movement is starting to happen in that area. So again, get out and support. If you're in the Sacramento area, local for you, pull up, come support. Don't just stand back, get involved and be a part of the change in our community. Also, the Hunting the Third, the Death to Star, Saturday, October 29th is happening at the 6 p.m., 11 p.m. at the Baby Opera House, and that's at 4705 3rd Street. If you would like to reserve a spot, please go to the Eventbrite, sign up, and check out what's going on with that. Also, the Harvest Festival is happening. This event is happening on October 31st, 5 p.m., 204 Bailey Road in Bay Point for all of our people that are watching in the East Bay. If you're out in Bay Point, Pittsburgh, Antioch, check it out. It's going to be a nice event. They're going to have stuff out there, a lot of resources, a lot of tables. So get out there and check out what's going on. Also, the Happy Halloween trick-or-treat route is happening Monday, October 31st, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Over there in the Lakeview. Reach out to the folks over there. The OMI is lighting up the city right now with events, and it's a great time for the kids to come out. Again, they're going to be doing stuff over in the OMI as well. Also, our high school test prep class is open to all 7th and 8th graders right now. They are still open. If you would like your young folks to be prepared to take the placement test for the HSPT exam. Classes started already, but they still have opportunities for everybody through this month. Reach out to my guy, Nate Ford at SF Rebels at Gmail. The information is there on the screen. Get your young folks in so that they can be ready and equipped to take the placement test for high school. Also, the monkeypox vaccination is still going on. They're going to be giving it out every Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 701 Alabama Street. If that is you and you need that vaccination, please go there on Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 701 Alabama Street in the city. Also, our Peace Parks is presenting their Friday night funds every Friday night, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hamilton Rec Center, 1600 Gary Boulevard. If you got young folks out there that you want them to be a part of some other positive young teens, some events, they could be cutting hairs, different things that they're doing for this Peace Park event. Please make sure you get your young people out there so that they can also connect with community fun and friends. Also, the Saturday Family Fun Day, field trips, sporting events is happening and much more every second and fourth Saturday of the month. Please reach out to my guy, Nate Ford at the SF Rebels. They are doing some great stuff with making sure our young folks and different families are getting out, doing stuff, and they're taking care of all of the costs. All you have to do is sign up, tap in, and get out there and go have some fun. And it's great as we approach the winter months. School sessions are ending, giving our young folks an opportunity to get out and do something. So shout out to the SF Rebels. Shout out to my guy, Nate, for continuing to impact our community and the young people. Also, our 33rd annual Pee Wee Basketball League registration, it is still open. They are still looking for volunteer coaches. Reach out to the Rebels for that. If that is you, you're a female or male in the community, you want to give back and coach some young folks, please reach out to my guy, Nate. We want to make sure that all of our young folks have enough coaches, enough mentors that can help work with them and support them through their basketball journey. It's a lot of team building, things of that nature, STEAM, that these young folks will learn. So again, if that is you, you want to give up some time, go support one of the youth basketball teams. Also, our San Francisco Smart Money Coaching. Okay, this is free, confidential financial guidance for anyone living and working or receiving services in San Francisco. All you got to do is pick up the phone, call the number on the screen, and go set up a time for them to work with you and go through your financial literacy and start figuring out the things that you need to do to build wealth. But you don't even have to wait for the phone call. Tonight, we got somebody phenomenal that's going to teach you some great information. You could tap in with Sean as well. So just excited about that. Also, celebrating Black culture. Okay, if you would like to apply, you can apply for a $7,500 grant for Black cultural preservation events in the Tenderloin, Lakeview, Sunnydale, Visitation Valley, OMI, Bayview, and many, many more. Okay, it's a website up here, Into Action. Click on their mini grants. Okay, if that is you, you have something in your mind. Maybe Sean want to do a financial event. You could do it. Okay, go apply for this grant, $7,500. Okay, Into Action mini grants. All right, they're doing this. They want to make sure that we have events in the Black community, bring something different so that we can teach and learn in our community. So again, great information. That's what we're here to do. Make sure you get all of the information so that you are tapped in with the resources and you can get the things that you need. All right. With that being said, both sides of the conversation, we're still having our capacity building fundraiser, our GoFundMe. Help support us. Okay, to do this work, it costs. We do a lot of stuff for you in the community. We need some support. We're trying to build out our capacity, doing some things that we need to help structure the organization. Do your part to support us. That's all we ask. If you can't get out there in the streets with us, do something behind the scenes and help support us. Because again, we support the community. Y'all know the work we do. We bless the people. That's all we do, y'all. So just make sure you think about it. If that's you, Giving Tuesday is coming up, the holidays is coming up. Maybe you got all the money. You know, some people, they just walk around like they got all the money. Send some of that money over to both sides of the conversation. All right. We need some support. Show some love, community. All right. With that being said, on both sides of the conversation, we are still in search of volunteers. Okay. We are a volunteer organization. All right. We're trying to build capacity so we can have some paid folks. But until then, be a volunteer, give back. All right. We're looking for folks who got professional skills. We got folks who got backgrounds in different areas. Check us out. Go to our website, click on there, join our squad, join our team. Check out how you could be a part of this amazing organization that's making great impact in our community. You can come help support us. We need grant writers. We need administrative folks. We need all kind of stuff. Actually, I need some co-hosts. I need some people that want to come host. Come co-host with me, all right? If that's you, you got a personality, you want to come talk, all right? We're looking for you. We need people. Come support us, all right? And if that is not you, and you like, John, I don't have time. I can't do that. You can also support us by going to Amazon Smile and choosing both sides of the conversation as one of your charitable organizations. All you got to do is go online, Amazon Smile, choose both sides of the conversation. No extra cost to you, but every time you shop on Amazon, a percentage of your purchases will come to our organization through Amazon, and that's just beautiful. So you can help in other ways. And ladies, I know you shopping on Amazon. I see the Amazon trucks on every corner. I see them, okay? I see y'all sneaking out the house, grabbing the packages before your husband come home. All right. So if you don't choose us, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling up. I'm knock on the door. Hey, buddy, you know your wife just got a package, right? I'm going to be telling on y'all, okay? All right. So if you want to help us, support us through Amazon Smile, and that'll be a great way to help and give back as well. If you don't have the time to volunteer or give back, we greatly appreciate it. And thank you to all of the community folks who have already signed up and said, John, we're going to support you. I appreciate you. I know y'all only signed up because y'all didn't want me to tell y'all husbands. I know the truth. All right. But with that being said, thank you for all y'all who support us. Thank you for all the other sponsors and people that continue to make sure that we're good. We appreciate you all. Shout out to Collective Impact, Dream Keepers. Shout out to YCD. Shout out to all of the amazing folks that continue to support the work that we are doing. It is very, very important. All right. Again, if you want to follow us, you want to know what's going on, you want to get in my business, you want to know a little bit about what we're doing, make sure you follow us on all of our social media handles at both sides of the conversation. We are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We all over the place, all right? You want to know what's going on with both sides of the conversation? Check us out on social media handles. Keep up to date. And lastly, go to our YouTube. Subscribe. Anytime we're live in the community, anytime we're doing anything, you will see us live on our YouTube channel. So check us out on our YouTube. Go back and look at some of the previous shows. Go back and look at some of our hidden gems. Go back and look at some of our previous Educational Thursday. Go back and look at some of our Sunday conversations. Very, very important stuff. All right. Check it out, community. All right. With that being said, our next live show will be this Sunday at 4 p.m. Okay. This Sunday at 4 p.m. This is a very, very important conversation. We're talking about breast cancer and breast cancer awareness, some of the impacts that breast cancer has caused in our community. As y'all know, in the Black and brown community, especially in the Black community, breast cancer is at the all-time height. And we want to go ahead and make sure that this conversation is had. You're going to talk to survivors. You'll talk to people that's going through it. And again, this is an emotional conversation because y'all know my mom passed away fighting breast cancer. All right. So this is a very touching, triggering conversation for me. But I'll be here to have this conversation because I think it's very important. And again, we want to bring awareness to our community. We want to make sure the women, the men of our community get an opportunity to go out, get tested, check on your health. Your health is your wealth. And again, we're going to support that here at both sides of the conversation. We are working with a number of community health organizations. There's going to be a number of health resource fairs coming up. We're going to have different agencies bringing these services to do testing in our community. So stay tuned. A lot of great things coming. Hang in there. We're doing our part. And then next Tuesday, we'll have another Hidden Gem segment where we will continue every Tuesday at 7 p.m. to highlight our Black and brown businesses as well as our community leaders and organizations that are doing positive things to impact our community. All right. With that being said, enough of me. I know y'all sitting there like, shut up, John. I've heard enough. We want to listen to the guest that's here today. Okay, I'm done. I'm not saying anything else. With that being said, I'm going to bring up the guy. This brother right here is a great brother, father, investor, coach, leader. He does everything, okay? Good brother. He's going to come here tonight. I think this conversation is right on time. And like I told y'all, we always intentional here at both sides of the conversation. And Sean's intentional, okay? He knows what's going on in comedy. So he's talking about income protection tonight. Tonight, community, this is great information. Find out a way to protect your wealth, your income. He's going to break it down. We will ask questions tonight. If you want to ask him a question, put it in the chat. If you're watching on our YouTube, put it in the live chat. If you're watching on Facebook, put it in the live chat. If you're watching on Twitter, ask the question, okay? But Sean, welcome to Both Sides of the Conversation. Glad to have you back, brother. Come bless the people. Give them some information.
What's going on, John? Hey, glad to see you. Great to be back. It's been a minute. It feels like it's been forever, but there's been so much going on lately. But I'm truly blessed and glad to be back here again. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for getting out there in the community and just bringing that powerful word so that, hey, we have the knowledge out there. So people have the knowledge. They've got a place to go to get the knowledge. Hey, I know a lot of people have questions about what can I do in different areas of your life. But guess what? There's people like John Henry out there, and there's organizations like Both Sides of the Conversation out there to be a resource, to allow you to go to them and reach out and say, hey, I don't know, but I want to know. And that's huge. That's important. And we need more people like that out there. So, hey, John, appreciate you as always, brother. I truly do. So, hey, I want to jump right into it, everybody, tonight and get right into the importance of your income protection, like John said, and just building wealth and understanding wealth and how do we build it? How do we protect it in such a time like we're going through right now, where you're looking at like, well, what do I do? Like I need to get gas, but I need to eat, but to fill my tank up, it's going to cost me $100, but I got to do more than just drive. So a lot of it really is just a matter of, hey, having some knowledge, having some understanding of what options do we have? What can we do to be successful when it comes to our wealth? What can we do to earn our wealth, to build our wealth, to protect our wealth, and pass it on to that next generation? Because it's more than just us, right? We've got that next generation that's coming up. Like John said, I'm a proud father. My son just turned 1, and man, he keeps us running. He keeps us running. So let's see if this is gonna let me share here. All right, I'm guessing y'all are seeing my screen now?
Nope, not yet, not yet. You click the share screen.
There we go. How about now?
All right, there we go.
Awesome. Cool. All right. All righty, everybody. So hey, and that's me. That's my contact info. Take a screenshot, take a picture, give me a call, send me an email. Hey, I love to chat with you. Love to talk to you on a one-on-one basis because it all starts with having a conversation, which is why I love this platform so much. I love this platform because so many people say, hey, look, I'm not ready. I need to do it at some point, but not now. No, let's just start having that conversation. So whenever we are ready, we've been working towards what it is we need to work towards. Okay. So when we talk about wealth, I always want to ask, hey, what is wealth to you? What does wealth really mean to you? And I apologize, y'all, if that's my camera that's being special there, but hey, we're going to make it work. As long as you can hear me, you get the right information. But what is wealth to you? When you become wealthy, what do you want to do with that wealth? And the reason I ask that is you need to have that drive, that push, that motivation that's going to have you go through. And I'm not going to tell you it's going to be an easy cakewalk, but I want you to have that vision of your future and understand what you can do with that wealth once you build it up, once you have it. So for me, I'm an Eagle Scout. I've always loved giving back. That's just always been something on my heart. It's been in my spirit. So I love to do charitable events. I love to donate and give back. And some of y'all that have been in San Francisco, you might recognize a couple of these pictures here. This is down here at Glide Memorial. And I was blessed that my father instilled this in me. He took me down there when I was in 4th grade or 6th grade, somewhere in there. That was a long time ago. But he started taking me down there volunteering on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that's just how I started my day off. That's how I started my holiday off. Going out there, getting up early. It was out there by 6 o'clock in the morning and just preparing food, helping out, giving back. And that's just meant so much to me. And that's an extra drive now that I've shifted my field. I've shifted what my vision is. And I'm able to use that as a driving force to, hey, I got to go out there and do more. Just like John. Hey, John, I think I mentioned to you earlier before we started, I've been a bit under the weather, but I remember, John, when you were out here, you were doing the show. When you had COVID, you were sitting on the, you were on here, you were sweating it out and making it work. Hey, it doesn't matter, right? We've got a goal. We need to keep pushing to make sure we get it. So in doing so, not only did I get to hang out with Cecil William out there, but hey, an event over here in Oakland, MC Amber came through. Got to hang out with him for a minute. That was pretty cool. And Joe, look at all of those bags of food. Look at all of those bags of food. There was so much food. We had leftovers, and I was actually able to take some of those leftovers, and I put them in the back of the car, and I took them to Glide the next morning because they had too much. They didn't have enough people to give all the food out to. And look, everybody, there is too much wealth out here for anyone to be poor, for anyone to not have everything they need, their basic needs, their basic tools, their essential survival life necessities. There's no reason any of us shouldn't have that. So as part of my mission and my goal is to get out there and make sure that people have the knowledge to be successful, to have that financial wellness and be able to achieve their goals, their dreams, and not be struggling from day to day, because there's really no reason for it. There really, really is no reason for it. So the other thing, hey, I want people to be able to set up a legacy. Like John mentioned, hey, I've got a family now. I've got a little guy that means the absolute world to me, and I want to continue the legacy of family. For me, family is wealth. I want to give back to my family. I want my family to be more and more successful. My grandparents started us off with a cabin in Tahoe and another property they had. Guess what? I want to continue that process. I want to keep building that up. And I want to show other people how to do it. I don't just want to have my grandparents, oh, cool, they did this for us, and then we don't do anything else to grow that. Right? Their children, my father, his brother. I don't want them to not do anything and not keep expanding on something that my grandparents started. I don't want it to end with us, and I promise you it's not going to end with my generation. So I'm really passionate about getting out there and making sure that I do my part, not just for my family, but for others as well. So now I want you all to think about a couple of questions, and I want you to really dig deep when you think about this and what's important to you, because there's options that we have to know and understand. And the first one is income protection. And when we talk about income protection, the question is, hey, what does that really mean to you? When we say income protection, what comes to mind? How many people have 5 grand, 10 grand, 50,000, 150, $250,000 just sitting off to the side in case we can't earn our income? Think about it, everybody. Yeah, I'm sure we've all seen those champagne towers where somebody comes through and they're pouring the champagne and they're pouring that top glass, and then that bottle runs out and somebody brings them another one and they're pouring and they're pouring. But what happens if they run out of champagne? What happens to those bottom glasses? Do those bottom glasses get filled if they run out of champagne? Now let's switch that over to our lives. In our lives, what do those bottom glasses represent? Doesn't matter. You think about how tall your tower is. But what do those bottom glasses to you represent? What wouldn't be filled? What wouldn't be fulfilled and taken care of if you weren't able to go earn your income? That is so critical. Sickness, injury, illness, death. We've got to make sure that whether it's just us by ourselves or we do have a family, we've got that protection on our income. And especially now, we see how much things are changing, how almost scary it is to even think about our futures. Okay? As next things, retirement options. We've realized that the burden, the necessity, the obligation almost to retire, it's been taken off the employer's shoulders and been placed squarely on the shoulders of the employees. Unfortunately, that's been done without the knowledge, without the explanation, without the tools, without the resources to properly do so. And so many people want to retire, but so many people will not. And they won't get to retire because they're working backwards. Again, income protection. I need money because I can't go to work. What do? Well, I pull from my biggest account that I have. For how many of us is that our retirement account? So if we pull from our long-term retirement plan for a temporary issue, what happens then to our plans for retirement? Do you want to restructure your dreams, or do you want to make more money? Think about that one. Our children's future. We talk to people about that. Hey, what do we want to do for our children? How do we want to set them up? I don't have a clue what college is going to be in 17 years for my son. But guess what? I know he's going to have multiple six figures when he gets to that point, and he's going to have the options to use it for college, to use it to start a business, buy a car, buy a house, pay for a wedding. And guess what? I'll get to dip into it if need be for him, right? If he needs braces, cool. I can pull from his account, not mine. If he wants that stretch Humvee limo for a junior prom because he doesn't want to wait for senior prom, hey, cool. Son, you can have it, but I'll pull from your account, not mine. Right? We've got those options for ourselves. And then it's going through and making sure that we got that generational wealth going. We are building those legacies. And I'm here to tell you there's a lot of options out there that so many times people just don't know about. And part of my passion to crusade is to give people knowledge and exposure to that knowledge, to those options, to those companies, to those tools that can help us achieve our goals. So if you have questions about any of that, hey, reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send an email over. That's what I'm here for. Now, and anybody that's watched us be on here before, I'm usually on here with my good friend and business partner, Cynthia Yannicone. We talk about this all the time. But everybody think about this. If we're going to play a game, doesn't it only make sense that we know the rules of that game? Because if you don't know the rules of the game, what chances do you have of winning that game? So when it comes to the game of money, which we use every day, John, I'm not going to ask you to necessarily answer this one right now. Maybe I will after. But everybody, ask yourself and answer honestly. How many times have you rolled over in bed, pulled the cell phone out, and be like, shoot, I forgot to order a this, that, or whatever. You spent money before you even got up. We use money every single day of our lives. If we're not using it, we're spending it. Maybe you don't have to pay the bill right now, but you do have to pay it down the road. So we've got to understand how money works. It's got to be working for us. Your phases of wealth building. Number one, accumulation. Is your money working as hard for you as you did for it? You've got to learn how to earn compound interest and earn it at respectable rates of return. I can show you how to do that. We've got to have our money protected. Anybody looked at the stock market lately? Anybody have a 401k? Anybody looked at those company plans that have been offered to us and seen, despite how much we've been working hard and putting our money, making those contributions to it, paying into it, but the number still goes lower and lower and lower and lower. How does that feel? That's because people don't have the knowledge that there's other things out there. We don't have to be 100% dependent on just what our companies offer us. There's more out there than that. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation about what that is. If people know and understand that there are better things out there than what they've been using, guess what? Most people will be willing to try it. But if you don't know, then how can you make a move? And then your last part, hey, distribution is not how much you make, it's how much you keep. We need to understand how our money works when it comes to taxes. What impact will taxes have on our money down the road? And if it's not growing for us and we don't protect it after it grows, hey, this distribution part, that's supposed to be the fun part when we get to use our money and enjoy our money that we've been saving our entire lives. But if you don't get your foundation right, if you don't grow it and protect it, the distribution it's almost irrelevant. But we want to show you how to build it properly, protect it. No, you don't have to lose money just because that's what everybody has told you before. Oh, you got to put your money over here and hope it works out. No, that's not the thing. You do not have to lose money. You can make investments. You can save money. Your money can actually work for you. And you can earn respectable rates of return on your money without having that risk of loss. How many people have a 401k? Hey, check this out. Y'all can go ahead and Google this yourself. This isn't from me. This is an ad that I've just shown. Hey, or excuse me, an article that I've shown. Look, Ted Bennett came up with the 401k. He said, if I were starting over from scratch today with what we know, I'd blow up the existing structure and start over. I'm not ragging on anyone that has a 401k. Guess what? I had them too, because I didn't know that there was another option out there. But guess what? As soon as I learned there was another option out there where I didn't have to look at my account and go, dang, I didn't even do anything stupid with that money, but I lost it. That hurts. I don't want to hurt anymore. So I found out, hey, there's a way that I can be able to save my money and have it grow for me, and I don't have to worry about losing it anymore. Shoot, show me. Show me. Let me contribute to that. By the way, what do I do with my old funds that I had already in the 401k? How do I move it? Hey, I always showed how to actually protect my money. I always showed how to do that rollover and not have to participate in just what the market does, but actually get a grip on my money. I sat down with somebody that showed me how to find where my old 401k was, because I wasn't with that company anymore, and get a grip on it, right? Get guarantees. Know that I wasn't going to have to lose my principal balance anymore. Know that I could actually get a minimum rate of return. I could use an index strategy, and when I get to that point, I can structure it so I have a consistent income for the rest of my life. And just being able to utilize what we call an index strategy, we get to lock in our gains, right? When the market went down from the dot-com bubble bursting, guess what? My clients didn't lose money. When the housing market bubble burst, my clients didn't lose money. We showed them how to lock their gains in. Repeat that process, repeat the process, repeat the process. You keep locking in your gains, guess what? You don't have to deal with all the turmoil and the mess and the concern and the grief of the market. When the market drops, you don't have to worry about, oh shoot, I'm going to lose my money too. And if you think about it, look how long it takes for the market to recover. We look from when it started dropping in 2007 to where it got back to where the market was again back in 2012, 2013. Well, shoot, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, 5 years? Do you have 4, 5, 6 years for your money to get back right again? And think about it, that's the market. That's not necessarily your money in the market. We want to have these conversations with everyone. That's the stuff that's going to be powerful to give you the knowledge to understand, where is my money? What's it doing for me? Let us show you how to make your money work for you, work as hard for you as you did for it. How do we do it? Hey, let's think about a couple of basic things. Everyone, when was the last time we did a medical health check? When was the last time we went to the doctor and got the guts and everything checked out? Right? You know, we may all be looking good. The face is looking good. The teeth are clean. They're pearly white. The hair just got done. But what's going on with the inside? What's going on with the inside? Is the inside doing as good as the outside looks? Well, we want to go to our doctor. We want to get a professional opinion about the insides. Now, going back to the outsides, when was the last time we did that financial health check? So ask yourselves that. When was the last time you did a financial health check? And then the question is, hey, how was that done? Who did it? Did you do it yourself? Was it, oh, I log in and I look at my bank account every single month or once a week or what have you? But when was the last time you actually checked that out? And was it by someone that was licensed and experienced in the field? Not a knock to anybody that has done well and been successful financially. Yeah, an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, a friend. But they may have done well for themselves, but does that mean that they've had the access to the knowledge, the tools, the other areas out there that could be beneficial to you that maybe they didn't even know about? So, hey, that's why we say come spend that time, sit down with us. Sit down with a licensed financial professional so that we can show you what are some options. And if it looks good, great. If you've already got something good, hey, we're going to high five you, virtually high five you, congratulate you on that too. So how do we do it? Hey, we send everybody a PFR. It's our personal financial review. It's a short, quick, easy, one-page form. And with this form, it gives us a snapshot of everything that you're working with, and it allows us to sit down with you and review what you have. Again, if what you have looks good, cool. Great, as long as you know and understand what it is. But so many times we sit down with people and they say, oh, I've got a this. Well, how's it work? I don't really know. Well, how long is this plan going to be in place for you? I don't really know. What rate of return have you been earning with this plan? I don't really know. So all of those things we want to sit down and make sure we understand, hey, are we utilizing the correct tools to help build the future that we're working towards? And that's our goal. Show you how to do that. Because a simple equation here from one of my great mentors, income minus lifestyle equals your savings. And if your income does not support your lifestyle, it's really, really tough to save. So guess what? That's the other part that I love about what we do. And hey, I am more than willing to sit down. In fact, we're actively looking for more people because hey, with Zoom, Zoom's allowing us to do this right now. With the whole with this is StreamYard, but StreamYard, Zoom, all of the platforms that don't require us to be in a physical building anymore allow us to go out there and talk with people, connect with people. I could be in multiple states. I did a couple appointments today. I could be in a few different states. And I love that. So, hey, if you or someone you know are thinking about or have been thinking about, shoot, I do need to earn a couple of dollars. Or, hey, this information sounds interesting. I'd like to hear more about this myself. And, hey, maybe I'd like to make this a career, at least earn some extra money part-time, an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Think about what type of impact would that have on your life? So our goal is to show people, hey, we all start off as employees unless we start off with a silver spoon in our mouth as trust fund babies. I didn't. So we start off as employees. We trade our time for money. Well, next up, some of us take off that employee hat and say, hey, you know what? I want to be self-employed. I don't want to answer somebody else. I'm going to do my own thing. Well, cool. But you put on 15 different hats now after you took off the one. You trade more time for theoretically more money. But think about this. Have you ever seen Jeff Bezos? Have you ever seen the guy that owns Costco? You don't see anybody. You don't see these people that own these big companies, these huge corporations, driving around the trucks, dropping off your goods, scanning your items at the checkout. They're actual business owners where they're utilizing a system and they have other people working for them, which earns them money. And then the real goal, hey, have your money working for you. And that's being an investor. Our goal, if you're open to hearing about our business platform, about you can actually have your own business, have that freedom to be able to spend the time with your family, be there for your family when they need you. Enjoy those times with your little ones before that time is gone, because I cannot believe it's been a year already. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk. Let's talk and see if this could be a business opportunity that could be a benefit, could be a blessing to you and your family, to give you some more freedom, to let you be at home when you need to be at home, and be able to work from anywhere. Y'all, that cabin that I showed you earlier, I can't tell you how many appointments I've done up there because, hey, I can work from anywhere because of everything's virtual now. I love it. Yes, we still do the in-person events because, hey, that's just more fun. But you know what? We still need more people out there. We especially need more people in the Black and brown communities to go out there and help us share this knowledge, because there's not enough of us out there that are sharing this knowledge. We need this information. We deserve this information, but we need more people out there to help us share it. So please reach out to me. Let's talk. So with that, everyone, there's my information. There's Cynthia's information. Unfortunately, I no se habla español. That's about all I got. So, but Cynthia does speak Spanish. And hey, guess what? If you do speak another language, guess what? That'd be even better, because there's so many different communities that need help, that need to know, again, deserve to know this information. I only speak English, so I can't communicate with them very well. So if you do speak another language, please give me a call. Let's talk, let's connect, so that we can go out into your community and we can be a blessing to them as well. So, hey, y'all, I wanted to keep it short and sweet tonight. John, that's what I had to show and share and talk about. But as always, I'm more than open to hear your thoughts, feedback, and any questions you might have for
me. No, definitely, Sean. Happy to have you here, getting this information out. I mean, I see a couple of comments in the chat, one of the folks from the community reaching out. They want to connect with you. They're retiring soon. And I think this is very important conversation as discretionary funds are getting tighter. Inflation is going up. Things are happening financially across this country that's impacting Black folks, brown folks, people in the community. Too many of our elders are getting up in age, retired. They don't have enough funds, right? And I've heard you mention this several times. We can't wait till we at the date of retirement to figure out we don't have enough money. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta have the difficult conversation community. We know in the Black community, when it comes to finances, it's like talking about mental health and everything else. We don't want to have a conversation. We don't want to bring it up at the dinner table. We don't want to talk about that. That's my business. Don't talk about my money. But
Right.
We got to start having these conversations because the statistics, the reports are showing that the Black wealth across this country is slowly but surely falling apart. I've even seen some articles saying in 2053, Black folks will be financially poor. I mean, just wouldn't be able to make it because we're not making a sound decisions financially, intentionally with our money to make sure that we are not only building generational wealth, but also leaving it to our future generation of young folks and family members. And we got to do a better job, community. And this is why it's so important on these educational Thursdays to make sure that it's people that look like us. All right. They ain't trying to run no game on us, really trying to help us advance, get the knowledge, get the information that we need so that we can go ahead and impact our finances, impact our families. Because again, it is detrimental when you get to that point of retirement or you get to that point, like Sean said, a medical emergency happens. Something happens and you can't make that income. How do you protect your money? How do you make sure you have the insurances in place to make sure that you will still be able to live? All right. It is getting rough out here. It's wintertime. It's getting cold. Got to make the right decisions. All right. This money talk is real. And we just honored to have you here again, Sean. And I know you and Cynthia have been doing a phenomenal job of just trying to make sure more of our community folks get this information and changing that paradigm. I mean, we're in a bad time. And I mean, Sean, first question is, what are you seeing out there? I mean, and I know our folks is ashamed sometimes. We put ourselves in debt. We do make stupid, foolish decisions. But it's like any program, right? You got to first admit that you made some mistakes. And you got to commit to fixing it. So what you've been seeing out there when it comes to the assessment and when it comes to what you see and where are people at, what kind of advice could you give to people? And I know that's an important driving point of why you are here, trying to make sure that our people get the information.
Yep. Because the biggest thing is because we don't, pardon the pun, we don't have those conversations. Right? We don't talk about money. It's that taboo thing. Oh no, I can't tell you how much I make because like, look, that's the employers. That's the man sticking it to us and saying, hey, look, the general manager can't tell the supervisor because the supervisor can't tell the employee because the employee is going to have that knowledge, take the supervisor out, supervisor takes out the manager. Right? Or you have well, I'm here working, but they're here working and they get paid more than I do. So we can't talk about how much we get paid because I've been here longer, do more work, but they get paid more than I do, right? So it's because of that people get, when we get in the holes, people get embarrassed. They feel like, oh shoot, well I don't know what to do. Shoot, I messed up. Guess what? I messed up too. We all have. We've all made those mistakes. But the problem is the longer we delay addressing those mistakes that we've made, the deeper that hole is that we dig, that we get into, the harder it is to get out of it, right? It's never too soon to have a conversation to think about what we're going to do next. It's never too early to start planning for retirement. I don't care if you're saving $10 a month, like do something. It's never too early to start. The biggest thing when we talk with people is them saying, hey, you know what, that's great information. I'm just not ready yet. You know, I'm not ready. Not ready for what? do we even know what we're getting ready for? So that's why we say, hey, let's sit down. We don't charge our clients for anything, right? Where that's another beautiful thing of how we're set up to go into our communities. The companies we work for, they compensate us if and only if we actually connect them with the company that's going to be good for them. So have the conversation. Let's sit down. Let's talk about what you want, what you have, where you want to be, and then we can work towards putting a plan together. Even if it's just a budget, we can put a plan together to keep you on the right track to actually achieve the goals.
Wow, very important stuff. And I know you all been, giving back to the community, doing your due diligence to make sure that our community is prepared. Um, you know, I'm always excited to have you here because I'm in these spaces. I'm listening to what's going on, and every time a presentation is being presented when it comes to Black financial, Black wealth, Black ownership, Black housing, Sean, we're at the bottom of the list in every one of those areas. All right. So people that's out there watching, don't tell me we okay as a community. I look at the income disparities. We are the lowest on the income. We are the lowest on the housing. I mean, we're the lowest when it comes to financial across the board. But there's one area that we always above when it comes to spending. And I think Sean got kicked off, but we always spend it more than any other culture, any other group. And again, what are we going to do to fix that? What are we going to do to make that happen? All right. We have to do that. All right. We're going to have to do our part to make sure that we are getting the financial literacy information. We are doing the proper vesting. We are putting up the emergency fund. Okay. We're going to need it this holiday. Some folks are going to have to swallow this real pill. Okay. I can't go out and buy my kids everything for the holidays. All right. We got to have these real conversations because the cost of gas, the cost of food, the amount of employers that are laying off people all across this country. I mean, Sean, I was watching the news the other day, hundreds of jobs being cut. I mean, people walking into work, it's over. How do we prepare for this community? How do we get ready? The job market is changing. Robotics, automation, these are taking away a lot of our jobs. What are we going to do? So this conversation about finances is a conversation that we can't push and kick down the road. We got to deal with it now. That's why Sean is here tonight. Pick up the phone. His number is on the screen. It's running across the screen. I'll put it up there. Call him. Reach out to him. All right. There's the email. Send him an email. If you don't want to talk to him, hear his lovely voice. Just say, Sean.
Send a text. Whatever.
Send a text.
WhatsApp. It's all on there, right?
Right.
Hey, look at this. And John, I'm so glad you mentioned like Christmas is coming up because I'm hearing all this talk about all these different apps where buy now, pay later, right? Oh, I don't have it, but I gotta have this new shirt. So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe this thing or use this app, and I'm gonna have to make the payment over 4 payments to get this $50 shirt, whatever. Come on, y'all, be smart about it. Understand this. The big key to this: live below your means. Because everything that we do, because I gotta bling, I gotta show off, I gotta keep up, I gotta impress. Guess what? Your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, they will appreciate you much more if you give them 1 or 2 things for Christmas, and then guess what? You get to take them out in January, and then February, and March, and you still get to do something, hang out with, and not be like, oh no, I gotta stay home this month, so I gotta pay out this bill for Christmas. Because you spent more money than you could afford to. Don't try and show off. Don't try and showboat. Don't try and keep up with somebody else. Because if they're not paying your bills or putting food on your table for you and your family, they don't matter. And that's a hard truth. But the problem is so many of us try and do these things to show off. We do these things to try and keep up with the Joneses and look good and print out this face. I love the picture, John. I know you've seen it, where there's this nice, pristine, shiny red apple, right? To look in the mirror. But then you look at the back of it, it's all rotten and funky and nasty because of social media, because we can create this fake persona, this avatar of everything being perfect and everything. Right? I don't know if y'all just saw that my background flashed because my shelf behind me, it's not clean right now. It's not great. It's all good, right? But we have these virtual backgrounds. So many of us, hey, we go through and we present this perfect thing, this perfect persona, but that's not life, right? That's not reality. Live below your means, live at least within your means. And don't worry about trying to show off to impress people because you're going to be able to impress them down the road when you've been stacking and saving and like, bam, check this house out. Bam, check out the school my kids are going to. Bam, check out what I just did with and for my family. That's what it's about. Not showing off with the stuff that doesn't matter. Exactly, son, I hear you.
Yeah, look, the young brother is here. But, I mean, it's just great stuff that you said that, Sean. I mean, so many people out there, if you don't get a hold of your money, somebody else will. these apps that they put in place. It's just it's terrible the amount of things that we're doing when we waste money. I mean, Sean, I've done some assessments. I've talked to some folks. I looked at their budget, and I'm just like, they spending all kind of money, okay? All kind of money on DoorDash, stuff that they don't need, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like, we got to do better. We need our families, we need our parents back in the kitchen, cooking, preserving, saving, because this holiday season we're going to need it. We are headed into some unforeseen times. A recession is really near. And, you look at the GDP, you look at the jobs. We are headed to some dark times, community. Okay, so this conversation about money needs to happen fast. Let's get real as we get close to the new year. Everybody every year is making financial New Year resolutions and things that they're going to do. Let's make sure that the finance is on the top of the list this year. Let's start now. Let's not wait till January 1 to say, I'm going to do a better job on my finances, okay? Let's start the preparation now. That's why Sean is here, bringing us the information. Protect your income. Pass some generational wealth. Don't pass your kids debt, because I'm going to just tell you, in the Black community, when people die, they leave us with debt, okay? I have my dad's debt. I had all my people debt that died, okay? I'm tired of taking other people's debt. Leave me with some financial prosperity, okay? When you pass away, have your life insurance in order. Make sure you got a retirement account. Make sure you leave me with something. I'm tired of being left with the bills, Sean. I need some help, okay?
I hear you. I hear you. Hey, and that's why we're here. That's why we keep coming back, so that we can show people, hey, what is life insurance? What's it really about? What does it really mean? How does it actually work? For retirement, how do you plan for retirement? How do you know that you can retire and stay retired and not be working at Walmart with a "how may I help you" vest on? No shade, I appreciate y'all helping us out, but it'd be a whole lot nicer to be helping yourself out while you're out there hanging with the grandkids or chilling someplace doing what you want to do.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you said it. I love your perspective about the internet. There's too many of our folks on beaches and acting like life is good. And when you go and check out their finances, it's so bad. So many times we run into this. You think they have all this. You see the cars they drive, and you see the stuff they're doing, and it's like they walk around with these $5,000 purses, these $10,000 purses, and there's no money there. It's no money there. So we got to do a better job, community. We got to start saving. We got to start investing. We can't be afraid anymore. We got to take chances on investing our money, stocks, bonds, and different things of that nature, diversifying our portfolio so that when we walk away here, there's more than one way that income is coming in, because we're going to need it. The cost of living is going up. You're going to have rental property. You're going to have a retirement. You're going to have a business. You're going to have a number of things to help you through these times, especially if you're single, for all of our independent single people. All right. If you want to do it by yourself, there's going to have to be a lot of grinding, a lot of hustling, a lot of saving and investing if you want to continue to live that life and prosperity. Look at little Sean here. Even he's getting ready for money. He's like, Pops, where's my 529 at? Where's my investment account at? Okay, I need that money. But again,
you don't need to know how much you're going to have. It's okay. That's why he wasn't here earlier.
Exactly. But, great stuff, Sean. I don't want to hold you, and I just appreciate you. And I just want community to know Sean is a tremendous person in our community. Cynthia is a tremendous pillar of our community. These folks give up their time to come make sure that our community gets the right information, get connected, and make the change that is needed. As y'all can see, he's there doing his dad duties. Okay. A lot of love for you, Sean, because again, it takes a lot, and you're giving back. You're trying to impact our community. When we talk about changing the narrative here at both sides of the conversation, the work that you all are doing, this is changing that narrative. All right, community. Don't say people in the community ain't willing to give you no information. He gives up his free time to come give back to you. Do your part and make sure that you are listening, taking the information, and moving forward in your financial journey. Sean, is there any final things that you want to say to the community before you leave today? Because I think the information that you is great. Don't waste any more time, community. Reach out. The email is on the screen. The phone number is running across the screen. Call Sean. Call Cynthia. Hey, I need to talk to you. Don't be embarrassed. There's no judgment. He's going to make sure they open up and give you the support that you need and put you on the right steps to move your financial freedom forward.
Hey, the the final comments, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all done that same stupid, dumb mistake. Hey, I was that 18-year-old kid that had the $5,000 limit at the electronics store on the credit card. Why would you do that to an 18-year-old kid? Come on. You know I don't have a clue. I got no control when it comes to electronics. I got in trouble, right? I spent way more than I should have. But hey, it's all good. We've all been there. So the time to start is now. We understand that you might not be able to actually make a move now. That's okay. But start now. Start the conversation, start the plan now. When you're working towards being ready to do something, you know what you're working towards. Because, I'm not ready yet. Well, but you're getting ready to get ready. No, you have to actually take that move. Take that first step so that we can sit down, we can talk about what your next steps will be. That way you've got a plan, you're moving forward towards it. And again, we need more brothers and sisters that look like us out there in the community, because guess what? There's a lot of people that won't listen to somebody that doesn't look like them. And when I look at the people in my organization that have said, hey, I'm successful, that English was not their first language, and they're saying, well, shoot, like what drove you to give this a shot? They said, well, I saw somebody else up there that looked like me, that sounded like me, that was successful. So if they could do it, so could I. And we need more people out there. So please, if you thought about changing careers, if you thought about earning some additional income, give me a call, send an email, send a text, carrier pigeon, whatever it is, right? Just get in touch with me. Let's talk. Let's see what we can do to make sure that your finances are in order, and that opportunity for you to really get a business going, or to just earn some extra income on the side. Hey, that's what I'm here for. And I've got a great team behind me that backs me up as well. So I truly look forward to speaking with each and every one of you. John Henry, I appreciate you on both sides of the conversation. And I guess last plug, vote. Get out there and vote, because so many people want to open their mouth and complain about this, that, whatever that's going on, but they haven't taken the initiative to at least do their part to make sure that their opinion is heard. So go out there, vote, do your research, look into it, vote, make an educated decision about all that it is you do in life.
Man, phenomenal stuff. Thank you, Sean, for being here. Thank you, and Cynthia, for the continued work. And we just want to continue to uplift. We got some more stuff like we did before coming up. We're going to bring this to the community. We're going to bring it to the people. We're not going to sit back and say we're going to meet people where they at. We're going to actually get to the people and give them that information. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for just making everything straight to the point and helping our community understand the things that they need to do. With that being said, I'm going to close out. Sean, you ain't seen me in a while, but the community, my people, they have named me Bishop because they feel like I be preaching. So with that being said, I got my towel. I'm going to go ahead and give the benediction of the day. I'm going to close us out with the benediction because they say, Bishop, you love to preach. You should be in the pulpit. But I'm not a preacher. I'm a community advocate. I'm an organizer. I'm a healer. I'm a leader. That's what I am. But since y'all gave me the title, I'm going to give the benediction of the day. So with that being said, community, you have heard from the best. Sean has came here, due diligence, coming to talk to you about money. As we all know in our community, money is important. We love to spend it. We love the things that money can do for us. But a lot of times we don't have the intentional information, how money works, how we need to invest and save, because we just get it and we spend it. Today is the day that we're talking about how to protect the money that you make, the money that you give back. Let's do the right things when we're preparing to build generational wealth. All it takes is a phone call. Sean's information is on the screen. Sit down, have a conversation, go through your budget, find out where your money going. So many times the money that we're making, we don't even understand what's going on. Where is it going? So many times we take these assessments and we find thousands of dollars being spent that we have no idea that is coming out of our account. Be careful of the tricks that is going on as we change this platform, change the financial platform that is going on in this country. We are moving to a digital currency. We have to watch the elders in our community because there are sharks out there that are preying on our community. If you're not aware of your funding, if you're not aware of your money, where is it going? Somebody could be taking small amounts of your money out of your account. That's why it's important to stay focused, to laser, and make sure that you are paying attention to the money that is coming into your account and the money that's going out of your account. Be careful of the things that you want versus the things that you need, because sometimes those wants will put you in places that you don't want to be. Debt is real. Debt is the new slavery. Sean is here telling you how to break those chains. Be smart. Live above your means. Don't keep up with the Joneses, community. Make sure that you are ready for an emergency. It could be your last day at work. It could be an injury that takes place. It could be a loved one who passes away, and you're going to need to take time off of work. Make sure you have that emergency fund ready. The car might break down. The windows might get broken out in our crazy city that we live in. Have that emergency fund there so that you can be prepared to pay it without charging more debt and keeping you further in slavery. This is a real conversation, community. Black folks, we need to talk about this money. We need to have a real conversation. We cannot continue to be consumers and just spend. We have to start building wealth. And wealth starts with having a plan. Everything you do, there's a blueprint that we have to have in place. Sean has the blueprint. He's already done the research. He knows where you could go if you just slow down and listen. Open up your mind. Open up your mouth. Open up your heart. Walk in faith. Walk into the financial faith that what you're going to do is going to happen. Sean's there. He's a coach. He's going to walk you through. He's going to build you up. Don't be ashamed to say, I got 10 credit cards. I got 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 in debt. Just say, Sean, I need some help. I need some direction. I want to fix this. I want to correct this. I don't want to stress off where I'm going to make the next payment at every month. Can you help me? Sean is there. The phones is open. Pick it up and make a call. Don't wait till the end of this month. Don't wait till the end of the year. Start now. Pick the phone up. The holidays are coming. You already know you in debt. You already know you got bills. Don't wait till Christmas to say, oh, I'm just going to spend a little bit more and I'm going to take care of it next year. We don't know what next year is going to bring us. The interest rates are shooting out the roof. Okay? Inflation is out the roof. The growth of the economy is slowing down. The employers are laying off employees. The nurses are on strike. The unions are going radical. Be prepared. Make the phone call. Reach out to Sean. I hope you all enjoyed this short, brief, but informative conversation tonight. Sean's the best. He laid it out to you. Figure out a way to protect your income. Make sure you have multiple streams. Make sure the basics are covered. Have the insurances that are needed so that you can proceed. It's a lot of work. We could do it together. We're going to change that narrative. We're going to change those slides that come in that says Black folks is at the bottom of the financial barrel. Black folks is at the low of the home ownership. In 2023, we're going to do some other things. We're going to change the narrative. We're going to start owning more businesses. We're going to increase our income in our community. We're going to build up our savings and continue to pass on our generational wealth. It's going to happen, community. Do your part. Pick up the phone today. Reach out. Call Sean. Get some help. A free conversation. You heard him. Text him. Email him. Ask the question. No harm. Find a way to make the change. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been a great Educational Thursday segment. Brother Sean, thank you again. Hopefully our community gets the message. Pick up the phone. Go seek help. Fix your financial well-being so that you can live financially free. That's the benediction. Sean,
Preach.
that's the benediction.
Preach.
Hey, brother, thank you again. Community, thank you again for tuning in. Please, community, turn on our live conversation this Sunday as we're going to continue to cover these important topics in our conversation. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are not going to let the month go by without talking about breast cancer. This is a real conversation to all of the ladies, to all of the fellas in the community. Don't get so focused on the football game. Come listen to some medical folks. Come listen to some folks who are living, been through, surviving breast cancer. It is a real real issue in our community, and we want to make sure that we highlight and amplify this awareness in our community so that somebody will go out there and get checked early so that they won't become a victim of this disease. So again, thank you all. See you this Sunday. Community, I'll be out in the community. Y'all see me. Check us out. Tap in tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We'll be at Ella Hill Hutch Community Center, 1050 McAllister Street. Community, bring the kids. Haunted house, candy. It's going to be fun. Check out the kids. See what's going on. We'll be out there. Shout out to our Both Sides of the Conversation team. All the amazing things that they do behind the scenes. And again, if you want to meet some of our amazing folks, come to tomorrow. We'll be out there. We'll be out there Saturday at the Jubilee Resource Fair, as well as we continue to do our part to connect with the community and make sure that the community needs are being met. That's what we do here. Amplify Black voices, amplify the word of the people. Bring the information and education to the people. Change the narrative. That's all we're doing. Change the narrative. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Have a blessed evening. We'll see you all this Sunday. Have a great evening, everyone.